been slow to jump on the EV bandwagon. After all, it's tough to have a spontaneous life when you're constantly trying to accommodate a range of 100 miles. I'm sure there's a Tesla, but I ain't got that kind of scratch. Enter the 2017 Chevy Bolt. It's got a range of 238 miles and it's about half the cost of a Tesla. If you've been hesitant to buy an EV, the Bolt might just be the answer to your prayers. Okay, let's get the charging stuff out of the way. Yes, it is still a slight pain in the ass to charge these things. I mean, every station I went to, either the card didn't work or it was occupied. I once got kicked out of a charging station because it was for employees only. Now, fortunately, the Bolt has got a long enough range that you can pretty much get by with a level 2 charger either at your home or work. That's going to give you 25 miles with just a 1-hour charge. You can also charge using a 110 volt, but really, that is a fool's errand. It's just going to take you too long. The Bolt is available with an optional $750 high-speed charging system, and you totally want to buy it. It's totally worth it. Why? 90 miles in just 30 minutes. Pretty good. The Bolt is powered with a 150 kilowatt engine mated to those front wheels, and it puts out the mechanical equivalent of 200 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque. There's a sport button for better throttle response, and there's a low drive mode for maximum regeneration when you take your foot off the throttle. It's a little weird at first, but it basically allows for one pedal driving because it can bring the car to a complete stop. Now, if that's too much for you, there is a paddle on the back of the steering wheel for regeneration on demand. The batteries in the Bolt weigh 900 pounds, making this guy a pretty porky beast at over 3,600 pounds. But all that weight is down low, so there's actually not as much body roll as you would expect. Unfortunately, it's equipped with low rolling resistance tires, so there's not a ton of grip. But here's the cool thing, it's an EV, right? So all of that torque is available the moment your foot touches the throttle, and it's a single speed reduction gearbox. So there's no searching around for gears as you come out of a turn. I mean, it's really kind of fun. The 10.2-inch color touchscreen is running a fancy pants version of Chevy MyLink. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both standard. And we've got a full deep dive into the tech right here at theroadshow.com, but I do want to say a few things. Number 1, no navigation. Number 2, no adaptive cruise control. And number 3, for a car that has a super awesome rear camera mirror that's really crisp and clear, the backup camera in this is terrible. But what I really like about the Bolt is that it's just like driving a regular car. It's done a lot to allay my fears of running out of range. The base model of the 2017 Chevy Bolt starts at about $37,000, but with federal incentives, you can bring that down to about $30K. This fully loaded Premier model, well, it's about $41,000. If it were me, I'd stick with the base model. It's still got the same amount of range, and when it comes to EVs, the range is the game.